Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Before I start, I would like to thank you all for your support. My Instagram reel on Nora Fatehi's before and after surgery went viral. It has received 40 plus million views and is only increasing every day. I have received a lot of DMs to make a video on her surgeries. Therefore, I'm here to do a plastic surgery analysis on Nora Fatehi based on the knowledge that I have on plastic or cosmetic surgeries. Please don't take this as a confirmation since I'm not her plastic surgeon. I'm only sharing my views based on the evidences I can see on her before and after photos. Also, please don't go sending and posting hatred messages to the celebrity just because she made a decision to alter her features. So let us start now and see how she went from this to that. I guess everyone who is watching my video now is familiar with Nora Fatehi. Nora Fatehi is a Moroccan Canadian dancer and an actress who was born on February 6, 1992 in Montreal, Canada. Her parents are both Moroccan. She has a younger brother named Omar Fatehi. Since the divorce of her parents, Nora took it on herself to look after her family. She often talks about her struggle after her parents split. After finishing her early studies at Westview Sentinel Secondary School in Toronto, she joined York University. It was during this time that she became a professional belly dancer. It is amazing that she never had formal training on belly dancing. She learned all her dance moves from YouTube. She has revealed several times that her parents were against her dancing. Nora debuted in Bollywood from the movie Roar, The Tigers of Sundarbans. Then she made special appearances in few Telugu movies like Temper, Bahubali, Kick 2 and so on. She became a familiar face after she participated as a contestant on the popular reality show Bigg Boss Season 9 in 2015. In 2016, she showcased her exceptional dancing skills as a participant on the reality show Chalak Dikhla Ja. Her elegant belly dance performance at Miss India South was the talk of the town. Her fame soared to new heights after she showcased her captivating killer moves in a recreated version of the song Dilbar in 2018, which was from the movie Satyame Vijayate. This song has made a history in India with 20 million views on YouTube within 24 hours of its release. She has never looked back since. Every song she has been on has crossed millions of views. This shows her craze among the public. Now let's look at her face. At a glance, I see a diamond-shaped face with a beautiful cheekbone. She has big almond-shaped eyes, which I find very attractive. I notice a high hairline with convex forehead. She doesn't fit the golden ratio of facial aesthetics, which is one of the many ways to measure aesthetic beauty. But hey, there are probably only 1% of people who fit that ratio. The golden ratio only serves as a guide, and the majority of the world's most beautiful people are outside this measurement. The beauty equation here is achieved by dividing the length of the face by the width. The ideal result as per the golden ratio is approximately 1.6. This means mathematically, a person's face should be 1.5 times longer than the width. Then the face is divided into 3 equal segments from forehead to glabella, from glabella to the bottom of the nose, and from there to the chin. The number should be as close to equal as possible for a face to be considered scientifically beautiful. Then again, the face is vertically divided into 5 equal segments, and here, the width of the eye should be equal to the distance between the eyes. Again, this is just a guide, not ideal. Most of the people usually score 4 to 5. No one has ever scored a perfect 10. The measurement in the photo shown might not be accurate due to her head positioning as well as her droopy nose tip, but this will give you an idea on how the golden ratio measurement is taken. Let's look at her nose. She has a prominent convex bridge with a downward slope. You can see a hump on her bridge. She also has a distinct alar groove. She has a very strong greater alar cartilage, which is pronounced due to her thin skin. You can also see a bulbous tip with downward projection. This downward projection of the tip makes it look like she has a long nose, thereby creating an illusion of shortened philtrum, which is a plus point for her. One of the beauty markers for women is a short philtrum. Her nose tip drops significantly when she smiled. Majority of the women from Amazigh ethnicity has this type of nose. People's facial features are highly dependent upon their ethnicity, geographical areas, and the climate they live in. This nose is not as strong as the aquiline nose, normally known as the Roman nose. Her nose was her identity as a woman with Berber heritage roots. Morocco is a diverse North African country with various ethnic groups. Among them, the Berber ethnic group, or as they like to be called, Amazigh, which means free people, are the indigenous people of North Africa. These people are considered to be the origin of North African civilization. Pre-Islam Amazigh had their own dialects and used to follow their own unique tradition. Over time, they have coupled with many other ethnicities, mainly Arabs, since the invasion of Arab in 7th century. This invasion brought Islam into North Africa. With the increasing Arab migrants, people started to intermingle, and this created an adoption of Arabic language among the descendants and also changed their facial features over time. So, there you go, you got some history lessons too. You can see her showcasing her Berber roots on her new album Nora, with Amazigh-inspired traditional facial tattoos, dresses, and the jewelry. The other feature I see is her asymmetrical jaw or chin. It appears like it deviates more towards one side. It is more noticeable when she smiles. If you look closely, she has a smaller dental arch, and it's not so severe that she would require a surgery. This probably gave her a malocclusion, which is also called an improper bite or a bad bite. Malocclusion can be overbite, underbite, crossbite, etc. She also has some bottom teeth overcrowding. If you look properly, she has a little bit of overbite. In my opinion, this malocclusion, or in her case, this overbite, probably caused her to regularly bite more on one side, due to which she has developed an overdeveloped soft tissue only on that side. It is just like working out. The more you work out on certain part of the body, the more muscle mass you gain. Her chewing mostly on one side is like a workout for that part of the jaw. She also has a nice wide smile with a significant gum show. This gummy smile is also called excessive gingival display. Her teeth aren't even, but that's how natural teeth are. Her upper lips almost disappear or get really thin when she smiles. I think it looks cute. It gives her face a character. I also see a loss of volume on her face even though she was quite young here. This has given her a saggy mid-face and a prominent nasolabial line. Her eyes look a little bit sunken. I apologize, some of these are not her best photos, but I'm trying to use photos where she is at her natural best and where her features show up more. Photos with heavy makeup and contouring can make the actual facial features look different sometimes. Let's look at her body now. Her body is somewhat rectangular shaped with a low body fat percentage. Therefore, a lot of time in her old photos you will see her wearing flowy dresses below her waist to give an illusion of a curvy body. Also, the way she poses for the photos also gives the same illusion. Seems she also had a breast implant already, possibly round. Her body fat percentage, the shape, and the contour of the implant gives away. I believe Nora's surgical journey is a very thought-out approach. It was calculated, planned, and executed in a way that she was able to still look like herself despite having multiple surgical procedures. Nora is a perfect example of surgeries done right. She probably had a 3D facial measurement to plan a surgery. A surgeon takes a 3D model of your face and takes the measurement from different angles to see what surgical procedures you might require to bring harmony to your face or to achieve the look that you desire. This can actually help you predict the outcome of the surgery and plan for the next one accordingly. Even a millimeter of change can bring a big difference to your facial harmony. Most of the time, the imperfection that you see on your face might not be the actual issue. For example, you might think your nose needs a surgery, but it could in fact be your cheek that needs to be addressed. Sometimes, changing only one feature can affect the other areas of your face. Therefore, you need careful planning. To plan your surgery in such a meticulous way, you need to do a lot of research and consult with the different surgeons who can do a full facial analysis. It takes time, but it is a life-changing decision after all. So, today I'm going to decode in a sequential order what surgeries Nora has had and how she planned and perfected her surgical journey. Step 1. Nose job or rhinoplasty. In the photos from 2015, I see a scar on her columella, which is a telltale sign of an open nose job. A nose job can be done in two different ways, open and closed. In an open rhinoplasty, the surgeon makes an incision on the columella, which is in between the nostrils, in order to access the nasal structures. This is probably her first nose job, and maybe it was done to debulk her nose tip in order to make it appear a little narrower. From some angles, you see that her nose used to look a little bit wider. To me, it appears like she had an LR-plasty at the same time too. LR-plasty is a surgical procedure to change the shape and size of the nostrils, where the surgeon will remove a waist section of the nostril and sew it back together to give you a narrower and smaller nostril. The good thing is that her droopy nose tip hides her scar very well, so it is difficult to tell. I had to look at so many photos to actually find this scar. Her nose is a difficult nose to work with. You don't want to remove a lot of structures in one surgery. These big changes have a huge risk of nose collapsing. Step 2. dermal fillers and neurotoxins. In my opinion, it is around the first few months of 2017 that Nora had her first fillers. It appears like she had some fillers placed to her lips, under eye and chin. Her lips look plump and the teardrop filler has added volume to her under eyes. She looks amazing here with new added volume. She might also have had Botox, which is a neurotoxic protein on her chin to fix the soft tissue asymmetry. Botox can relax the muscles to give a balanced look. I have reviewed hundreds of photos before making this conclusion. Step 3. Jaw-chin surgery, also called genioplasty. It seems to me that in late 2017, she had jaw surgery. The chin looks like it has been shortened and probably a chin wing implant added to give her chin a bit of width to the original pointy chin she had. You don't see that jaw or chin asymmetry anymore. This jaw surgery has completely transformed the way she looks. By the first few months of 2018, you see most of her under-eye fillers have gone away. Hyaluronic fillers usually last 6 to 9 months, but some thicker products can last up to 2 years. Step 4. Mid-face lift with cheek implants and a fat transfer. In 2018, I see a cheek volume replacement. In my opinion, she might have had an endoscopic cheek lift with some fat transfer. Also had a malar cheek implant. This has drastically changed the way she looked. Addressing mid-face has really added fullness to her face. I notice she's also feeling her under eyes. Step 5. Second nose job, rhinoplasty. Coming to late 2018, I see her very different. She has gotten another nose job and it looks beautiful. This is one of the best and the most natural looking nose jobs I have seen. She has had her hump shaved down, nose tip debulking done again to get rid of the bulbous tip. The nose tip has been shortened and lifted a bit as well. If you look closely, the surgeon has left a tiny hump on her nose. This is to trick people into thinking she hasn't had any sort of nose job. Also, sometimes if the hump is quite big, it is best to be careful when shaving it down. In addition to this, I see a graft placed on her radix. Her radix is a part between your eyes. This graft gave a smooth transition from radix to the bridge of her nose. It is very much visible from her oblique profile. The surgeon has done an immaculate job of contouring her nose while preserving the natural shape as much as possible. The volume added by the cheek implant makes her nose look more balanced even though she had a graft put in. She has also started to take care of her skin very well. Step 6. Facelift with lower blepharoplasty. Around early 2019, it looks like she might have gotten a facelift along with lower blepharoplasty. This facelift addressed the lower part of the face. Remember she had mid-facelift already the year before? Here you see her with dissipated swelling after her facelift. Now you see her in mid-2019. She has a strong jawline. These surgeries have decreased her mid-face length, giving her more of a heart-shaped face. It looks nice and full and she looks youthful. The focus is now shifted to her cheeks. However, there is a drawback. Her cheeks now look too full when she smiles or laughs. This is one of the side effects of having a cheek implant. The other procedure that has helped add overall fullness to her face is the fillers to her temples too. You can see in her previous photos she used to have sunken temples. Step 7. Laser treatment. Her skin again looks flawless. She probably went for a CO2 laser, which is usually recommended after a facelift. It resurfaces the skin, gets rid of a thin top layer of the skin that has been damaged with sun, aging, acne scarring, etc. It looks like she has really turned back the clock. She's still continuing with minimal fillers on her lips here. They look very natural. Step 8. Cosmetic dentistry. By the end of the year, she had some dental work done. I can see veneers, crowns, and some teeth whitening. They are bigger in size. She still has a gummy smile, but it isn't as pronounced. Until 2020, I see her getting maintenance fillers and some Botox. Step 9. Third nose job. Now, the tiny hump she had isn't really visible. Her nose bridge looks smooth, well-defined, and a little bit wider than before. The surgeon probably placed a graft there to support the nose. This was probably done to give her nose a beautiful dimension and balance the look. Step 10. Surgical hair advancement or forehead reduction with temporal brow lift. In early 2021, I see a huge change on her face again. Nora has had a forehead reduction. Forehead reduction, or also called surgical hair advancement, helps reduce the distance between the hairline and the eyebrows. She has had her eyebrows tinted too. You can't see the forehead convexity anymore. Before this surgery, at times you would see her with a hairdo that would cover some portion of her forehead. I believe the forehead reduction was done to achieve facial symmetry as per the golden ratio. to get the facial measurements closest to the perfect ratio in order to bring harmony to her face. Her M-shaped hairline is now somewhat straight. It also seems like she had a temporal brow lift in order to lift the tails of the eyebrows. You can see the scarring here. Forehead reduction can be combined with brow lift together for the suitable patients. This ensures better results, saves money, as well as saves the patient from going through anesthesia over and over again. Unfortunately, her forehead reduction scar is very much visible sometimes. Usually baby hair grows through the incision, but the scar is sometimes unavoidable. There are a lot of ways to camouflage this scar, and one is to get a hair transplant as a second stage a few months after forehead reduction. She is continuing with her skincare routine. Looks like she's routinely getting laser treatments to rejuvenate her skin. Her skin is glowing. She might also be getting skin lightening treatments such as glutathione. Her overall skin tone looks very different. Since 2020, I see Nora has started to put on some weight, and I'll explain to you later why she has put on weight. You still need a lot of maintenance even after facelift because nobody can defy gravity. A facelift is temporary. The skin will continue to lose its collagen and elasticity and drop again over time. It has been almost 2 years since she had a facelift. Now due to the weight gain as well as fillers, she has added heaviness to her face. Her face doesn't have that inverted U triangle anymore. Step 11. BBL surgery or Brazilian butt lift. Now let's go back to her weight gain. I think her weight gain was actually a preparation for BBL surgery to achieve that hourglass body she has now. BBL is a surgery where we transfer fat from other parts of the body through liposuction to your hip and behind. Surgeons will prefer you to be of a certain BMI to undergo BBL, but you also need to have enough fat in your body for the fat transfer if you want an hourglass shape. It takes at least 6 weeks to see the result, but the final result is usually seen after 6 months. Some people will require a few rounds before they can achieve that perfect hourglass body shape. Between the end of 2020 to the beginning of 2021, Nora had a BBL with possibly an implant on her behind. She needed that fat from the other parts of body to be transferred to her behind. You'll see a lot of posts from around that time where she proudly shows off her behind. She literally posted on her Instagram on 3rd January 2021 with the caption "Snatched." She's now transforming herself into a gorgeous, voluptuous bombshell from a girl next door image she had. Let's compare these pictures here. These pictures are a few years apart, but you can see her natural bony structure. She didn't have a wide pelvic bone to start with. I also noticed that sometimes she used to wear hip pads underneath her dresses to make her hips look rounder. To achieve the absolute curvy body like she now has, you either need a wider foundation, which is a wider pelvic bone, or enough fat or muscles on your hip. To gain fat only on the parts you want is almost impossible. If you see her in these pictures, she's like most of us. When she gains weight, the fat distribution goes around all parts of her body and not just the specific areas. A body mass gained from working out looks very different to the one from BBL. Squats will give you a rounder and firmer behind. It tones your body since it works on muscles, and most of the time you can't choose where you want to lose stubborn fat from. It takes months and years of dedication with working out, while BBL surgery gives you almost instant results, but you won't get that firmness. Nora being a professional dancer, I have no doubt about her fitness and stamina, but this, to me, isn't a body that you would get from working out. The time frame has to be taken into consideration as well. Nora's behind got bigger and hips became significantly wider within a really short period of time. She no longer has her natural rectangular body. Some celebrities use weight gain as a way to get the public into thinking that their breast enhancement or body contouring surgery is a part of natural transformation. Step 12. Second breast augmentation. It is in 2021, I see Nora has had another breast augmentation surgery. She has gone for quite larger implants than the ones she previously had. This is a big jump in size. I believe this is a teardrop implant. Teardrop implants don't sit as high as the round ones. With some weight gain, now she has more fat tissues on the breast that can help add more volume in addition to the implants she was getting. Also, more fat tissues means more natural results. The best thing about having a breast surgery while putting on weight is that you can trick people into thinking it is a part of a natural body transformation. Smart move, right? Step 13. Cosmetic dentistry. At around the end of 2021, I see more dental work. These veneers are opaque. They look really bulky, too wide and too straight, which doesn't look natural to me. Step 14. Second BBL and ab etching. it seems like Nora hasn't yet achieved the body she was aiming for. So to me, it appears like she went for another round of BBL in order to get that absolute hourglass body she has now. In 2023, you can see her hips are at least twice the size of her natural hip. She looks amazing. There are no more hip dips. Hip dips are the indentation on the hips. Fat transfer fills up those indentations. She now has curves in the right places. You can also see ab aging. Ab aging is when you have liposuction to sculpt your abdomen. Again, it takes months of work to get abs. Her abs appear all of a sudden. In most cases, you need to maintain a low body fat level for your abs to show up, since they are muscles. She has recently lost some weight, but surprisingly, only her curves remain the same. Her body now is an example of a typical BBL body. Nora responded to my viral reel and claimed all her assets are natural and she's proud of it. So what do you guys think of this? Please let me know in the comments below. Step 15. Cosmetic dentistry. In 2022, she has decided to get rid of those veneers. Now the size of her new set of veneers look perfect. They are not uniform in shape and the color is more natural. Also, she has a work done on her gummy smile too. You can get Botox to the hyperactive muscles to fix the gummy smile, but it is temporary. So I think she might have had a gum contouring to fix her smile. Step 16. Ongoing maintenance fillers and neurotoxins. I also see at times she has gone overboard with her fillers and Botox. Her face at times looks heavy and frozen. Lips look uneven from feeling too much. Many times you'll see her going around with swollen lips after getting fillers. The other thing I noticed are the irregular lumps on her under eyes. This has been consistent since at least around 2021. This could be either from fat transfer or the under eye filler she's routinely getting. She also gets uneven eyebrows sometimes, but this can be easily corrected with Botox. So, overall, in my opinion, in these 8 years, Nora has had these procedures. Number 1, nose job, rhinoplasty. Number 2, derma fillers and neurotoxins. Number 3, mid-face lift with cheek implants and a fat transfer. Number 4, second nose job, rhinoplasty. Number 5, facelift. Number 6, lower blepharoplasty. Number 7, laser treatment for skin. Number 8, dental work, crowns, veneers. Number 9, third nose job, rhinoplasty. Number 10, forehead reduction or surgical hair advancement. Number 11, temporal brow lift. Number 12, skin treatments, possibly glutathione infusion. Number 13, BBL surgery, possibly with an implant. Number 14, second breast augmentation. Number 15, dental work, veneers. Number 16, second round of BBL surgery. Number 17, ab aging. Number 18, dental work again, veneers replacement with gummy smile correction. Last on the list, number 19, ongoing derma fillers and neurotoxins. Isn't this a very impressive surgical journey? Nonetheless, I think she's one of the most beautiful and talented women in Bollywood who has struggled her way up to the top. She's a very strong lady who should be applauded for her hard work. I hope that you now understand how much work goes on behind planning and executing a surgical procedure to achieve the look you want. So guys, please tell me in the comments below, what do you think of the video? What do you think of her planned surgical journey? Please don't forget to like and share.